Have you ever caught yourself as a parent at night, at awake, just asking yourself so many what ifs? What if I don't get this? What if I don't get that? What if I fail as a parent? What if my methods don't work? What if my children don't turn out right? What if I'm not doing this, and that? The truth is that fear is subtle. Fear comes in subtle ways. It can come in the way we think. It can come, probably you've seen something happen. Fear can come in subtle ways. And when it comes, it's a mark of your responsibility or even love. Fear makes you, it drives your decision. It makes you not to make decision with certainty. It drives your words. It drives your action. It drives everything you do. That is why as parents, we must be intentional enough to be able to nip this fear. We must be able to catch ourselves whenever we feel this way. The truth is that God never designed us to live with fear, or God never designed us to parent or raise our children with fear. Rather, God designed us to walk through our journey, to walk through our life as parents or as individuals, as moms, with faith. Now, fear quietly shapes everything we do as individuals. Fear quietly shapes everything you do as a mother, as a father, as a parent. Fear quietly creeps into everything you do. That is why we must be careful and intentional to nip this fear and work on these fears. Now, fear is that constant pull to control outcomes. You want to control everything about your life. You want to control everything about the life of your child. That constant pull to protect excessively. You want to protect excessively. You want to protect your everything about you, your future, your decision, everything, without involving God. It's when you measure yourself against impossible standards. Fear creeps in when we as individuals, we as mothers, we as parents, when we measure ourselves against impossible standards. What impossible standard are you measuring yourself against? When you do that, you allow fear to creep into your life, to creep into your system, and you allow fear to control everything you do or the decisions you make as a parent. Most times, fear creeps into like the way we speak to ourselves. Maybe fear can say you were not enough. You messed up, you did not get this right as a parent. Fear can come in different ways. Fear can creep into us in different ways. That is why we must be very careful. We must be very intentional to nip this fear and work on our fears. So some of the things we can begin to do as parents to work on our fears is to recognize our fear-based reactions. So what do you say when you're scared? For example, your child is trying to hurt themselves. Do you say, don't do that, don't get hurt? Or you say, this is how you can do this safe? Your child is trying to climb a particular place, and you say, don't do this, don't get hurt. Or you say, okay, this is how you can climb here in a safe way. So how is your reaction as a parent in situations? We must be able to react the right way. We must replace our fear-filled language with our faith-filled language. What language are you replacing your fears with? As a parent, you must replace your fear-filled language, fear-based language, with the language of faith. Ask yourself, am I reacting from fear or responding from faith? So that is one thing we must do as parents, to work on our fears, to become better. We must be able to rewire our beliefs in God's truth, and rewiring our beliefs comes from we understanding our identity, we understanding our source, and we must build unshakable confidence as parents. You must stop comparing yourself with other parents. You must trust in God's design for your life. When we do that, we begin to transform our lives, transform the life of our children, transform our parenting, and transform everything around us. So as a parent, you're called to lead with faith, not fear. Thank you very much. I believe this video has been helpful. Please like, please share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you, and do have a great day. Our YouTube channel is the Renewed Parent Academy. Thank you, and do have a great day, and bye.